based games. Licensing is mandatory for operators offering services like casinos, sports betting, poker, and loot boxes. In Australia, the Interactive Gambling Act 2001 prohibits online casinos and poker providers from targeting residents. However, licensed sport betting and lotteries are permitted with a focus on harm prevention. In Germany, the German Gambling Authority oversees regulation and works to block illegal platforms. The primary focus is on reducing social and financial harm, protecting minors, and ensuring public order.
And to discuss the importance and the significance of that and what could be the fallout of this, I'm joined by Sanjay Kumar. He's Assistant Commandant in the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center, or the I4C, in the Ministry of Home Affairs. Thank you, Sanjay, for joining us on the show. We understand that this bill that's passed by both houses of parliament today aims to crack down on money-based online gaming, which is getting a lot of people addicted to it. But what is the definition of money-based online gaming? Because money could be involved in various games.
Thank you for having me. And the main thing that is of highlight here is wherever there is a wagering involved in any sort of online games, then it would be an online money game. And different examples would be various online casino apps that we see, like online card apps that we see, where you have to put in some money and in the expectation of getting something in return.
Okay. And what's the kind of crime that's or the kind of money that people are being duped, if you could give a sense of figures nationwide?
As it has been discussed in the parliament today also, that the overall losses that was seen was amounting to 20,000 crores, and that was connected to the 45 crore people in India.
20,000 crores annually, are you saying? Is that the kind of money people are being duped of?
No, that is not directly the dupe loss. That is the amount of money that people invest into these apps, and then it goes into the online gaming industry.
Okay. And what is the problem? What are the, is it people get addicted to it? Is it they are fraud? There are frauds committed. What is the crime that happens?
Yeah, the first thing I would like to highlight is the rigged game. So whenever you get these games through via website or through different apps, then first thing we have to see is the manipulated algorithms. So whenever we are betting on something, then we expect the outcome on our side or on the side of the house or side of the other player who is playing with us. So in that case, we are depending upon the algorithm, those which are dependent upon random number generation. So that is dependent on the source code of the app or the source code of the website that is behind it. In many cases that we see is that many offshore online gaming money apps which are, or websites which are being targeted to Indian citizens have these manipulated algorithms which make us win for the few first times, but later on we end up losing big. So in the first few chances, you would feel like you are winning. Let's say in the first time you would win 100 rupees. In the second chance, you would win, end up winning, let's say 500 rupees. But in the later on, in piece by piece, you would end up losing large sums of money. And even in many cases, people take a large amount of debts to even go on playing these kind of games.
Okay. Do you think... okay.
One more thing. Yes. One more thing, if you allow me, I would like to add is the use of bots is also possible in these games, and which we have that is possible because when we are playing multiplayer games and there are other players which we don't know, so we don't know if that is a real player or a bot that is being created by the offshore illegal online money game which is being fed to us, and then those bots are programmed to win, but we might have a very good chance at our hand, but those bots are already programmed to win and they end up winning, and then we end up losing in those kind of applications.
Okay, but people willingly sign up for it, right? How different is it from, say, a lottery that people invest in? I mean, an offline lottery. There also you take a chance. Here you take a chance too.
In this question, I would like to highlight the deceptive advertisement that is behind these kind of offshore gaming, because we had lagged a clear regulation on this issue. So what happened that many times we see those flashy digital advertisements which would ask you that you can win crores by playing these games, and you can just come in and you will get a welcome bonus of 5,000 rupees. But once you enter or download the app or enter into the website, what it would end up saying that you bet, let's say 30 or 40 times, then you would get the bonus, or let's say once you get to that amount, then you would get something. So the other scam that we are seeing in these kind of websites is that people win, but they are not able to withdraw the amount that they won. So the winnings are basically frozen into the account, and there's no redressal mechanism into these apps because these are not regulated, these are not inside India. Many of those are being served from outside India. So they don't have any redressal, or they don't have any, people just lose their money and they're not able to withdraw the amount that they've won already.
Oh, okay. So that is the problem, that those accounts don't exist in India, and so they are technically just numbers that people are seeing that they have won, but that cannot be converted into actual money. That money cannot be withdrawn.
Yeah.
All right.
And one more thing, one more thing I would like to add is that data and identity theft is also a bigger issue in this, because all these websites are collecting data, the financial data, the individual PII data, which is then further used for other cybercrimes. So what happens is that there's a me involved in this. So once you give all the data that you have, let's say access to your phone, or many times you give your critical permissions to your device also in these applications. And in case of website, you upload your financial data so that when you have to transact the money that you want to wage in that particular online game. So in that case, what happens, your financial data and then the personal data that you have is being further used for other cybercrimes to target you for phishing cases and then other types of cybercrimes.
Oh, so you're saying phishing, online grooming, gnoming, etc., all that happens in these apps?
Yeah, these are the second steps that basically these many offshore betting and gambling apps are basically gold mine for cyber criminals. So they use the data that they've collected through these apps, and then they go on and commit further cyber crimes.
All right. Okay. One last thing that I want to ask you before I let go of you. How effective would be the bill? I mean, there are cyber crime, which has been, but those frauds are still taking place in this country. I foresee deals with, you know the extent of it. Our police forces, our law enforcement agencies are overwhelmed by the sheer number of the financial crimes that are happening, that they are unable to sort of address these issues. How effective would the law be to crack down on these sites?
Now, in this matter, I would like to highlight that first thing is we would see a sharp reduction in the harm that these apps or these websites are causing Indian citizens. So when they don't go into these, the large amount of losses that people are facing, that will stop because of this bill. And the second thing is the boost to legitimate gaming. So there are two other kinds of gaming, like casual gaming, social gaming, educational gaming, and esports that have been highlighted in the bill. Those will be put in front, and then people would be, that those particular types of gaming would be promoted as a result of this bill also. And when we come to the enforcement part of your question, this would give us clarity to apply this, because earlier the framework was not very clear about because there was the dichotomy of game of skill and game of chance. And then when we have the clarity on whenever you have some sort of wagering or some sort of betting in any kind of app, then we have a clarity that this is a prohibited kind, and then it would be easier for us to identify and do proactive monitoring, so that if we find any website or any application that is, let's say, being served from out of the country or from foreign land, then we would be able to better identify and then do, take legitimate steps that to block them or to
block them or crack down on them. But that's, in the digital world, that remains a challenge. You block one app, another one comes up, it promotes for a certain time. Of course, the law will, or once turned into the law, this bill will be a step towards cracking down on that. But I think along with it, what is required is creating mass awareness, running mass campaigns to educate people not to fall prey to this, and see that. We leave it.
That is very true.
Yes. We leave it there, Sanjay Kumar. Thank you. Many thanks for being on the show and giving us an insight into how it runs. Thank you. Moving on, former United States Ambassador to the United Nations, Nikki Haley, has urged Washington to repair its